What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Jose Show. Happy Wednesday. I hope that everyone is enjoying their day. But anywho, let's get into the hot topics. Now let's talk about Michelle Trachtenberg. So unfortunately, Michelle Trachtenberg, known for her role in Gossip Girl and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, has died. So police sources confirmed the shocking news to TMZ, though the exact cause of her death remains unclear. We're told police and paramedics responded to a call for a woman in cardiac arrest and found Michelle unresponsive. She was pronounced dead on the scene. So a separate source tells us the actress had received a liver transplant recently, meaning within the last year. At this point, police reportedly believe she died of natural causes. So we're told Michelle was out with friends Thursday night of last week at Sartiano's in New York City. So in recent months, she had posted photos where fans felt she appeared gaunt and frail. Michelle defended her appearance, calling out haters and saying, "Explain to me how I look sick." She also reminded followers, "Did you lose a calendar and not realize I'm not 14, I'm 38. How sad for you to leave such a comment." Okay, so in another post, she made it clear she never had plastic surgery and was happy and healthy. Alright, so Michelle rose to fame as a child star in Harriet the Spy, later becoming a household name in her role as Dawn Summers on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, then took on the Upper East Side as Georgina Sparks in Gossip Girl. So a rep for Michelle tells TMZ, "It is with great sadness to confirm that Michelle Trachtenberg has passed away. The family requests privacy for their loss. There are no further details at this time." Well, as of 10:55 a.m. our time, law enforcement sources told TMZ Michelle Trachtenberg's body may have rejected the liver transplant she received within the last year, causing complications. We're told Michelle's mother found her. Okay, so this is really sad what I'm hearing here. I cannot believe that at just the age of 37, Michelle has passed away. And the fact that she had complications due to her liver surgery is even more sad, because we were all expecting for her to survive all of this, because she was only 37 years old and, she definitely had a whole entire life ahead of her. But the thing is that since she was suffering through this whole entire liver situation, basically, she wasn't having a really good, healthy lifestyle as far as what I am noticing, because I feel like if Michelle Trachtenberg would have had a healthier lifestyle, I'm sure she would have not had complications with her own liver surgery. I think, don't get me wrong, I'm just assuming, I'm just guessing here. But I do perfectly think, though, that in my opinion, Michelle Trachtenberg was going through a long battle with all of this. Because if Michelle Trachtenberg would have not gone through a long battle with all of this, trust me, she would have been fine a long time ago. She would have not passed away today, and it would have been perfectly fine for her to still be out and about on social media or out and about doing whatever she likes to do in the end. But in my opinion, Michelle really was having it rough. I mean, she was basically having it as rough as many other people out there that have suffered through liver surgery and that have suffered through liver issues going on throughout the years. Now, let's remember, too, that at the same time, having to be going through liver issues is something that's actually very complicated and very, very delicate, because the liver, man, is something that is very, very delicate in the body. I mean, that is what really cleans our toxins. That is what really makes sure that our blood is flowing really well and that our blood is clean, especially, and so. And since unfortunately she was going through all of that, I mean, she had to go through this whole entire liver surgery. But like I said, unfortunately, the liver surgery was so freaking complicated for her that unfortunately what happened was that she ended up passing away from that, and RIP. Man, if there was a miracle from God, I would have definitely wished from God that God would have basically kept her in this planet, because Michelle Trachtenberg, let's remember that, yes, of course, she was a talented person, but also I do remember that she was a very good actress. She was a very good person, and that, of course, she was the type of person that really cared for her fans in all levels. And she did so much in the acting business. I mean, not only was she on The Vampire Slayer, and not only was she on Gossip Girl, she was also in various shows for Nickelodeon back in the 90s. And many people from the 90s remember her as this Nickelodeon icon, too. And she also did a lot of mature roles here and there that really got to catapult her own acting career. I mean, she really was like known more and more because of that, by the way. And Michelle was in the acting business, I believe, for like, let's say 35 years or maybe more than that, if I'm not mistaken, because of the fact that she was just hardworking and she was just out there and she really cared about her own acting profession. And yeah, but it really breaks my heart. It really does shed me into so many tears having to know that she is gone. May she rest in peace. She'll forever be remembered and she'll forever be in our hearts. Oh. Now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Monica Lewinsky. So Monica Lewinsky came in hot against Jay Leno, calling him out as one of the people who went after her the hardest when her affair with former US President Bill Clinton went public in the 90s. So in her Call Her Daddy podcast, Tell All, Monica told host Alex Cooper about a study done after Leno retired, revealing she made the list of his top 10 targets during his time hosting The Tonight Show. So what's worse is that Monica pointed out she was the only non-public figure on the list, making it clear that being the punchline of Leno's jokes broadcast to the nation was a whole new level of cruelty for her. So Monica also said Clinton should have resigned over their mid-1990s affair when she was just 22 years old and the president was 49, or at least found another way to stay in office without lying and throwing a young person just starting out under the bus when the affair was exposed in 1998. Okay, so Monica dropped more truth bombs about how the affair totally wrecked her life. She says she wasn't allowed to interview for certain jobs after the scandal because Hillary was considering a run for office and people were scared they'd lose funding if Monica was involved. Alright, so Monica revealed her dating life was also wrecked, going on to thank Cooper for taking the unwanted blowjob queen title from her, all thanks to the viral Glug Glug 9000 method. Okay, so the interview wrapped up with Alex asking, "What would you tell your 22-year-old self?" Monica didn't miss a beat, responding, "Don't go to Washington." Okay, so this is very valid of Monica Lewinsky to be saying that she was the punchline from Jay Leno at the time when Jay Leno was picking on her for being in a relationship with the one and only Bill Clinton at the time. Because it must feel very intimidating and very humiliating having to be picked on by somebody, especially by a huge figure, only because of the fact that you were involved in a marriage with the president. I mean, I do understand that what she did was not good because first and foremost, she was intervening in a marriage. Second of all, she was working with Bill Clinton at the time, and I think that it is against the law and the policies to be having an affair with somebody that you're working with in the White House. But I do completely understand that it just feels so ugly, though, that you are being seen as a hoe, as a freaking slut, and a bunch of other things because of the fact that you had an affair with somebody that was already married, and then your image is getting completely dirtied up because of all of that, and then it ruins your chances in getting other jobs in the future because of that. And let's remember that Monica was really going through so much to the point that she was going through a lot of anxiety, depression, worry, I'm pretty sure, because of all of this, that at that point she didn't know what to do. And she has been remembered, by the way, as this person that has had an affair with Bill Clinton throughout these past almost 30 years, by the way, because a lot of us, I mean, we used to know her as this person that used to work with Bill Clinton, but now we just see her as this person that was just intervening in a marriage that happened in between Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. So anywho, with all of this being said, I do think that if Monica Lewinsky really wants to clean up her image and if she really wants to, reconstruct herself, in my opinion, she should not even go back to the White House. I feel like she should write more books. She should, I don't know, have a talk show. I don't know, be a political commentator or something, that will really boost up her own image and not have it dirty as it has been throughout these past 27 years now. So that is my suggestion for her. But anyways, this right here is really insane. Now, what I am really wondering is how on earth did this whole entire affair even happen in between Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton? That's what I want to know, because usually in the White House, they are looking after you. I mean, there are just a bunch of security guards making sure that everything's professional and this and that. And then Hillary Clinton, I believe, even lived in the White House with Bill Clinton at the time. So I don't know. It sounds like something kind of sneaky happening between Monica and Bill, man. But I do, in my personal opinion, do believe that the media was really more into Bill Clinton's personal life instead of Bill Clinton's political duties at the time when this happened. Because I heard more about this scandal more than I did about the whole entire political duties that Bill Clinton did back in the day when he was president. Because yes, I did hear things here and there about Bill Clinton doing a good job with the economy and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But it was more Monica and Bill, Monica and Bill, Monica and Bill. And it was just getting way too much, So anywho, Monica Lewinsky, just stay out of the spotlight. And that is all I have to tell you. Or do something in the spotlight that will hopefully clean up your image. That is just my suggestion to you, girl. Okay, now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Frankie Venegas. So one half of the Island Boys, Frankie Venegas, has been arrested in Florida for alleged gun and drug offenses, and he's currently in the clink, TMZ has learned. So on Sunday, Frankie was booked into the Collier County Jail in Naples, Florida, before he posed for a mugshot with his famous tattoos all over his face, according to police records. Okay, so cops say Frankie was charged with possession of a controlled substance without a prescription and delivering, possessing, selling a firearm with an altered serial number. According to the Collier County Sheriff's Office report, Venegas was arrested Sunday at about 10 p.m. local time. Okay, so according to the sheriff's report, a deputy in an unmarked unit pulled over a yellow Corvette exiting a gas station in Naples, allegedly ignoring a stop sign. The Corvette's license plate tags were expired, but it was later determined the car's registration was valid and up to date. A woman was driving the vehicle, and she and the passenger, Venegas, were asked to get out of the car. So the report says a plastic baggie of pills was found on the passenger side floorboard. A deputy identified them as suspected oxycodone, 10 milligram pills, 7 in total, and 5 oxycodone and acetaminophen pills. Venegas denied possession of the pills but claimed to have a prescription for oxycodone, which he didn't have with him. So a further search found a brown handbag with the lettering MGM on it in the passenger side floorboard area. A handgun was found in the bag along with a clear plastic cut straw. Credit cards with Venegas' name were also in the bag. The gun, spray painted blue, had no identifying serial numbers. In the center console of the car, a cut straw with a white powdery substance inside it was found, the report says. So the report calls Venegas a documented gang member / associate. Okay, so anyways, as you may know, Frankie shot to fame with his twin brother Alex as TikTok influencers in 2021 with their viral hit, I'm an Island Boy. Alright, so also known as Kodiak Red, Frankie has a history of arrests for domestic battery, reckless driving, and operating a motor vehicle without a license. So now he's beefing up with his rap sheet with 2 new crimes. We reached out to a rep for the Island Boys. So far, no word back. Okay. So this is really insane. This guy gets what he deserves after all, because I mean, he thinks that he has the authority to be possessing guns and to be possessing drugs and this and that. But hey, you can't be doing any of those things. Even though you're the king or you're the queen or you're the TikToker, like this guy really doesn't give a S about the stuff that he does. He really thinks that he can get away with everything, especially, and he thinks that he is so badass for possessing all of these things in the first place that are actually harming him, not just physically, but also legally. And with all of this being said, I mean, now he is going to be more known as this guy that is checking into jails instead of being known as this TikToker that he was once known. And what's even more interesting is that the guy, by the way, looks so freaking scary in the mugshot that was recently taken for him. He looks very monstrous. He looks very ridiculous. I mean, he has a bunch of tattoos on his face, and also his hair looks like he just got electrocuted. I mean, come on now. I believe that if he were to appear in my bedroom in the middle of the night, I would be so scared. I would be screaming for help. I would be like, Jesus Christ, please help me. This person looks so freaking lunatic on the way that he looks in that freaking mugshot. And also, he looks lunatic in general. So, man, this right here is just so darn weird. And also, I feel sorry for him at the same time because, I mean, he's over here just, trying to have a good time supposedly, and his good time already went down the freaking tube. So, anywho, make good choices, and that's all I have to say about this. Okay, now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Jesus Guerrero, who happened to be the hairstylist of Kylie Jenner. So Kylie Jenner has stepped in to help the family of her hairstylist who died unexpectedly over the weekend, paying funeral costs and other expenses, TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge told TMZ Kylie has been privately working with Jesus Guerrero's family to transport his body back to his hometown of Houston and pay for the funeral. All right. So this is very sad that this guy has passed away, and I'm not surprised that Kylie Jenner is covering all of the funeral expenses that are going on because Kylie Jenner does have all of the money of the world anyways, and she did really care so much about him anyways because Jesus Guerrero worked so much for Kylie Jenner, and Kylie Jenner was always satisfied with all of the work that Jesus Guerrero did on her hair anyways. And it really, really breaks my heart for Jesus Guerrero's family that he's now gone because, I mean, he wasn't just well known for being the hairstylist of Kylie Jenner. He was also well known for being a very good hairstylist. And he was, someone that was very creative at what he did. And Kylie Jenner, by the way, was very close to this guy, I remember, because of the fact that, like I said, he was a very good hairstylist. And also, I mean, they were, very inseparable in so many ways, I guess you can say, because, I mean, she really, really valued him and appreciated him in so many levels. And I'm not sure about Kim Kardashian. I'm not sure about the rest of the Kardashians, but I do know for a fact that Kylie Jenner was very appreciative and valuing towards this guy. And I can imagine that in this funeral, of course, Kylie Jenner is going to attend the funeral, and I can imagine that maybe Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jenner, Khloe, and so from the family is going to be attending Jesus Guerrero's funeral because, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm sure that they knew who Jesus Guerrero was at least, and, they want to be assisting Kylie Jenner, since Kylie Jenner is the family member after all, in this funeral. And at the end of the day, he is a human being that deserves a lot of respect and a lot of remembrance for all of the things that he did anyways. So anywho, this right here is just very, very, very unexpected, and this just comes to show that in life, we don't know when we're going to die, and we don't know exactly where we're going to die. Dying is something that isn't planned. Dying just happens, So it's scary and it's mysterious, but it's unfortunately part of life. But this just comes to show that we have to live life once at a time, one at a time, and we really need to enjoy it really, really well. Okay? Now, may he rest in peace, Jesus Guerrero. Now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Karen Hugger. So Karen Hugger will serve a year in prison after being found guilty of DUI, TMZ has confirmed. So the Real Housewives of Potomac star was in a Maryland court Wednesday where she was sentenced to 2 years in prison with a year suspended, meaning she'll only actually serve a year maximum. So the state's attorney's office tells TMZ Karen will pay $2,900 in fines. She cannot drive at all for a year after her release. She also received 5 years of supervised probation upon release with interlock once she's allowed to drive again. So if there are no violations, it becomes unsupervised after 3 years. Okay, so Karen Hugger was facing up to 2 years behind bars after being arrested for the 4th time because this most recent incident was her 4th alcohol-related traffic case, according to documents filed by prosecutors. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Hugger will report to prison today to begin her sentence. Okay, so anyways, as TMZ said before, late last year, a jury convicted Hugger on 7 of 8 charges prosecutors brought against her, including driving under the influence, negligent driving, failing to control her vehicle's speed to avoid a collision, and failing to notify authorities of a change of address. She dodged a conviction on a reckless driving charge. All right, so this is really, really insane. I believe that in this situation, Karen Hugger needs to face the freaking consequences, because if she's not going to be facing the consequences, then she's not going to learn from her freaking lesson. And I think, in my opinion, that this situation really is going to be affecting this woman by a lot, because yes, she's only going to be in prison for a year, but being in prison even for a freaking day is so freaking insane, because she's going to be facing so many bad people in prison, and she's going to be facing an ugly environment, by the way, where she is going to feel so unsafe, and also it's so dirty in there, it's so cold in there, I can already imagine, and it's gonna be something that she's really gonna be like, oh my god, well, now I completely regret with what I did. And yes, when she gets out of prison, she is gonna be so thankful that she's gonna be out of prison, to the point that she is not gonna be driving under the influence anymore. And also, she's not going to be doing that, not only because of the situation that she is in prison right now, but also because let's remember that she's going to be under 5-year probation, where basically people are going to be looking out for her to see if she is not going to be doing stupid stuff anymore. And I think that is really valid, and that's really justifiable right there. So that way she can definitely walk straight from now on. Okay, she is just lucky that she did not hurt anybody, and that she did not hurt herself, and that she did not kill herself nor kill anybody. Okay, but anywho, Karen Hugger, man, the fact that she is going to be paying $2,900 in fines, to me is nothing, because the woman is rich enough to be paying that much money anyways. So there's that, but anyways, the woman does look like a freaking mess, according to some photos that are already taken of her from TMZ, and she looks like she is already ready to get into that prison cell. Like, I can definitely tell. But hey, girl, please learn your lesson. And girl, I hope that once you get out of prison, not only do you get to be learning your lesson, but also hopefully you'll be doing something good for you. Okay, now that is all I have to say, and that is it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's lovely episode of The Jose Show. Till next time, and peace.